Hello, everyone. Been for a while since I haven't been on. Uh, oh yeah. So I am currently this is my first devlog. Considering that's number 0, burning for the GMC Jam, and I am really excited to finally get back in my foot to actually start programming and be able to actually test out my newly sharpened skills on this. So have not checked out the theme yet. It's ours right now. It's currently only a couple of minutes left before they reveal it. So it's Browns. Like, well, technically, it's like I can't show you the time in this one, but however, it's actually 6:57 over here, which in my time standard, it's actually at 7 o'clock the reveal. So, well, anyway, I like to start off with like to mention that I took a very long break, but I don't want to go more into detail on that. And this is pretty much focused on the jam itself, and that's pretty much it. So, uh, I got myself a pretty much solid setup already made, and pretty much like it's only like this is a fresh new project I opened up, and I only had to like insert manually for some reason. I cannot import resources anymore, but I can insert manually all the scripts that I have made. These are like special scripts I made to actually speed up a little bit the process of making a game. So, um, I've been working on this for time to time, and it's not really polished. It's very still broken, but at least it's at a stage where I can actually rely on them and making something at least. But it's not totally like doable, but I can do something with them. I got my certain setups for 2D games. I have like ability to work with both. Um, my scripts can actually allow to do two types of 2D games, which is the platformer and top-down view scroll, which I it's the only two modes I ever built like into the scripts. So I actually don't have like any of the other options. But I wish to actually expand this resource so I can make it more complex and be able to actually advance and further making other stuff possibilities. So this these scripts here, like other than just the 2D mechanics, I have also the speech bubbles working properly this time, and I actually added another feature where I can actually prepare stages and level designs quicker because and that's one of the things I have a hard time working with when I work on the previous jams a lot. It's mostly like trying to tile up the instances and then try to create everything. Oh look, it's about time. All right, let's see. So yeah, I you hearing that? That's actually very loud. That's actually Ivanski's uh live stream. Like it's still in the countdown, as I can see. It still is. Oh, I cannot zoom out with this phone. What the hell? All right. Hope you can see it. See, he's still in the countdown. Only one more minute. Although my time says it's already time. All right. So yeah, biggest reasons why I want to jump off back up and on this is pretty much like I'm going through a rough time. So like very really rough time. I'm not gonna go into details on that. Like all I know is that I really miss the community and I actually miss having so much fun participating in the jams and this is like something that I've been coming on and off with the program because on the program with Game Maker I actually try to uh once in a while return back and forth. I was more of a freak for 3D, but now I put that down the table already. I actually want to take like a step back from that because realizing I have a lot of great ideas and projects I wish to do, and then realizing I've spent too much time trying to improve 3D. Like I I want to get my ideas done already, so I decided to actually make improved. Oh look, it's the live stream. There it is. It started. GM reveal. So yeah, I actually want to now emphasize on 2D. But I want to emphasize on more like on trying to improve creating 2D games. So see if I can actually further finally make an actual game and finish one. Because I never ever, I always end up quitting afterwards because of lack of motivation. But I don't know, like I feel more determined if I have to get the things very perfect without encountering some tedious problems that are impossible to fix. Which is why like I try to work with this script once in a while, like on my like offline, like pretty much during the pandemic, and I finally got to the point where I am more confident, like I'm finally ready to actually test this out, even though it's still not ready, but it's very pretty much even also slightly broken, but it's still do like I can do stuff with them at least and test out how much I worked so hard on this. So the scripts are very minimal amount. They're not like building the entire game itself quickly. Like it's like well it is for making games quickly, but it's just like it doesn't consume most of the project already. It's I still have to make it like this is just for like the basic mechanics only. Crazy animations. Just get over with it. Come on. I can actually include this and be able to actually well actually I'm gonna keep hazardous environment. That's the GMC GM theme. Alright. It's been revealed. Okay. So now that we finally revealed the GMC, they finally revealed the GMC GM theme. It's going to be hazardous environment. All right. So this is the part where I like to brainstorm. Like pretty much. But the thing I hate about brainstorming is pretty much when it comes to doing a jam is that it's more like spending too much time away on your work when you're trying to get things done as soon as possible. My main problem with jams is pretty much not only just having a hard time getting along with people, but pretty much um, the time it takes to dedicate to it because I had a horrendous schedule, horrendous. Like I just never had time to participate anymore, and the funny thing is, I actually tried to make to return to the forum by participating in a previous jam. Um, last year or was it this year? I'm not remember. I don't remember, but it was well, here's the catch. It was I think it was last year, maybe. It was like practically a year ago. I tried to do because I tried to take a quick peek while I was at work because I was curious of how things were going over in the forum. I wasn't even online. I was actually offline, but viewing the webpage, like anonymously. But I actually saw that the GMC jam was about to come up, and I was like curious, like I wonder what's the theme on this one. And it turned out it was a theme that I actually liked, and I thought maybe I can actually jump right back into it. And then that's when work schedule came around and hit me really hard, and I only had one day to dedicate with it, and that was it. And I was like, no, I can't. My schedule is really bad. But now I don't have a job anymore, so and it's one of the reasons like it made it possible for me to jump in right back to game development because now I got spare time to participate in a jam. Like I actually do. I I finally got the opportunity to step right back in without and without anything coming in my way and interrupting me, like or ruining my day. Um, Pretty much I had the full time dedicate this. So I'll let's start off with brainstorming now when I'm done talking. Okay, so theme. Let's see, hazardous environment. So we have to understand what the theme means, like what we understand about the word the term hazardous environment. But first off, we start the word hazardous, pretty much dangerous, like something that you touch, you die, or you touch, it affects you, or something like that. It's dangerous to actually making contact. That's what hazard is. So, and when you talk about environment, we're talking about like around you, like the whole place, so everywhere that's surrounded by you, like everything you're standing on is hazardous. Let's say it that way. So we're talking about a spatial world where it's pretty much dangerous. That's pretty what it is. But hazardous is more like a concept of if you make contact with it, you get hurt or you die or something like that. It's just dangerous in general. So I find it funny that like there's gonna be like I can already think like two possibilities. Like when users are gonna come in and say, "Oh, I mean, hazardous. I might as well just make a cliche zombie game." No, really, pretty much. That's a that's very mainstream. No, I would not do that. Even though it sounds very interesting, I think we have enough with zombie games. I want something different, like something unique. So people will might probably think, "Oh, let's do a zombie game. I have no time left," or probably something like some random puzzle game where you had to avoid electrocuting yourself in a broke down mysterious factory. Yeah, that's also cliche. I really don't. I really don't want to go for that kind of route. I want to try something different. So, but it's hard to tell because I think hazard is more of a dangerous thing. Oh, I can think of factory, but I mean, let's say factory, uh, factory chemicals. Make contact with chemicals, you die. Something that toxic gas or something. Toxic gas. I don't want to do something like a factory. I mean, we already saw that trailer. It was like, oh, this isn't a site. This is a laboratory. That's it could be like a laboratory or a factory or something like that. You already know, like, ah, this has already been thought about. Something different. Maybe I want to test out one of my assets I have right here. Yeah, it's this asset right here. I want to test this one out, like the nature one, because I actually did experiment with this a lot, even though I only added 3 features in it. But it helped me a lot to actually build up world map, like world stages and stuff like that. And even though it's a slightly buggy still, but it's actually I want to try something with it. So maybe we can make a game where you're in an outdoor environment and it's not a laboratory, it's not a factory, or it's not some kind of doctor's office. No, it's actually something like a outdoor nature that's hazardous and it's still considered as an environment. So like, oh shit, that was my bad part of my language. uh I I just thought about like global warming. I was like, yeah, that's like global warming. We'll just go ahead and just burn suckers out. Yeah, burn them. No, like global warming. I think it's interesting. It's considered a hazard. Yeah, I mean, but then again, we have some political debate on that, and then you got like people with controversies when it comes to global warming. I'm like, I better not choose that as a thing. So, but it does sound like a good idea. I can aim for something that's a cause from nature or something that's out of nature, pretty much. Maybe a fossil, maybe a fossil that wakes up from the dead and like a billion years ago, and now still wants to infect the Earth itself. So it started manifesting in a certain region where you, as the character, start to notice, and as you investigate, you find a way to actually fight back. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, fossil that evil voodoo, maybe. I mean, something that actually. Oh. Well, then again, I have an idea, but I feel like it's more like uh, I don't think it's that cliche, but how about a fungus that actually produce uh, hazardous spores that actually not only infects the environment, but it also creates a new life form that actually uh, is highly dangerous. And then you have to fight all that out and find a way to restore life again. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea. All right. Don't know, but that's something I want to type out here. I should have opened Word. I don't know why I did not open. I know the screen is tiny. I'm fixing this. And 28. 28. You can see 28. Yeah. Wait, what font am I using? I haven't used Notepad in a long time, so I have no clue what. Oh, it's Courier New. Okay. All right. All right. So ideas, pretty much ancient spores take life and I spelled life wrong and it infects, contaminates the ambient. Main character fights back to restore life. All right, let's do something like that. So I could do top down, but I mean, top down. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do. I mean, because of fighting back, I mean, I don't see this as like a Legend of Zelda top down view. Nah, don't see. I'll do a platformer on this one, but this one is more like a beat 'em up or something maybe. I have crooked eyes, so it's hard to actually align this the right way when it keeps. ring on the other side. All right, here we go. Yeah, I actually am favor of this idea. We can do this. So we could have a main character, like that, like a storyline maybe. Yeah, we can put a story on it. It'll it'll have it'll have story time. Yeah, a little bedtime story for it. All right, so we'll have story in it. Let's say like it's character in a forest, maybe. I don't know. Like like yeah, like a beautiful. Yeah, I can use the nature pack for this one now. Yeah, I can actually create like he would actually live in a forest. Yeah, he would actually live in the forest. Like that or something. I mean, it makes sense because he's like fighting off. He needs to be strong, maybe. And then it'll be like a arcade style game, maybe. Yeah, I can do that. Like arcade style, like pretty much fighting off, and it wouldn't be. Then it won't have to be a story. Then it have to be more of a like a linear path. I was still planning to do linear path anyway, so yeah. I'm really not sure if I want to do another arcade style game. I mean, I always like doing arcade style, but I don't feel like I can actually work with. I don't. I want to do something that actually like really, it's really good. Like when people play, it's like, damn, they will want to compare with the other entries and say, oh no, this game it's out, it's in their level. Like I really love this, but it's I have to understand the concept of how much people will buy or something. Like I feel like if I aim more on the story for this one, it will be more easier for me. But at the same time, I do have some assets here that can actually help me build it that much quicker. But depends on how long I want it storytell. Like pretty much, every time I want to write a story, I would tell it like it's extensive. Like it will take long. Like, and I would never want to bring it right into straight away because it just doesn't make it feel good. It doesn't, and we all can understand and agree on that because like, when you hear a story, you don't hear like, "Oh, once upon a time, this person's walking into the forest because these enemies start killing enemies. Parents die, discovers it, goes on crying. The end." So that's just very too quick. Like you're not like feeling a connection with the character. You're not feeling an understanding, a familiarization with who this person is and what he's gone through. You don't see the connection, and that's the key when it comes to making good stories. Like you have to have a good connection with the characters and what was going on like in their background. Like that's the best way to do a story, and that's why I always like when I try to do stories, I either screw it up because I try to rush it when realizing that I it should stories that are so good are never meant to be rushed. You don't rush them because then it will just become flop and it becomes terrible. Like, but it's a jam. What else do I have to do? All right. So I don't know. Like, probably. I'll just do like a normal nature admiring story plot. Probably. Like I will just do that, but it will still have the action. It's like probably like the actual gameplay, like actual that makes it actual game itself. So need to plan it correctly. Let's see. So let's see what we can do. I think okay. Like, so it's just if there's an ancient spore that comes back to life, it's just to take over the planet, and then you have to restore it, like fight it. Like I feel like it's like they should add a backstory to it also. I can think of like that one game. I think what's the game of that? Eternal Darkness, or was it? What's the name of that game with the 2D platform that was fatally difficult to play? You keep dying constantly. Was it what's the name of that game? I forgot the name of this game, but it was a game like from back in. I remember which console was it, but it was quite different. All right, I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea actually. Let's make this female character because I feel like that if we just put a female character, pretty much it gives a one up on the ranks because pretty much well one plus probably. I mean because uh no, there's a lot of you people that are not gonna participate are just homophobic and they just don't want to do a damn female character in the game. But I will definitely do a. I'll definitely and it'll be the main character. We'll put her to pretty much admire nature, love her probably, and suddenly starts noticing things are not looking good, like slimes maybe or goos produced by the spores, and then it actually slowly tries to look, finds out that they're coming to life and they're pretty much attacking her. Of course, you wouldn't feel tough to fight them. No, you'll probably feel scared or and confused, and then that's where I add another character, maybe probably someone's character, sage or some kind of arc or something, like someone like a monk, someone that actually comes around and says like, "Oh hey, you need some help," like something you don't know about these stuffs that I do, something like that. Starts helping the girl out and then stows powers, maybe like energies that actually makes her tougher and fight off easily, and then you gradually become slowly contagious from this power, maybe. Oh yeah, I could see a good story coming up with this. I have an idea. The story's like a character, female protagonist. I hope I spelled it right. All right, mystical. Let's think of that. Mystical. Not psychic. It's mystical being. I guess like mystical being. Yeah, female character, mystical being. Yeah, it had to have a boss, which is a ancient demon, of course, because we have to have demons in the game. And and what can you finish a game without a good little companion, a little dog? Yeah, yeah. Let's pick a dog in there for no reason. All right, perfect. You got all the four main stuff in there. That's all the characters we ever need, I think. I don't think we can. I can add more because otherwise it's time consuming, and then it'll take me forever to finish this project. Like, oh, I have only 4 days to work on, it. But luckily I have spare time for the first time in a long time because I don't have a job anymore. I actually have the time to work on this. So I could definitely say like we have a female protagonist, we got a mystical being, that's gonna help her out. Some boss, obviously something that's the main cause of the source of the spores. Ancient demon, like ancient fungus demon. Let's say it that way. And then a dog for no reason, like probably just for shit and giggles. Of course, I really just like say like this is as far as I can go. I don't think I add any more unless if I had a spare time. But I already know this is not going to be enough spare time for this. Uh, so I would definitely try this out. So I'm gonna save this. Do I have to save this? Eh, I could just minimize it. Anyway, uh, that'll be the first vlog for now. I'm gonna probably make another one in a bit because I'm taking a huge break. I'll be right back afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate you what I am capable to do with these new assets I have here. So I feel like I want to show that off before I can start actually working on my own project. So yes, like I'm actually proud of like all like the amount of progress I have made throughout the time. But it was something I wanted to improve as a game developer. I wanted to get better at. So and obviously I wasn't going to get anywhere with 3D, so I decided to take a break on that one just to focus on getting better on 2D first. Be able to actually speed up process so I can actually for once get a game that's done. But also the time I'd spend more time just working on that asset and hopefully I will get this done soon enough. So anyway, I'll be right back soon later. That's for my first dead vlog. Thank you for watching and of course, there'll be more coming up. Beep beep.